Welcome back to another episode of Talk 21. It's your host, Sam Genova, and my co-host,
David Vitti. Welcome back
to another episode. So apparently you got something up your sleeve. It's a new, what is it, Truth or Dare?
No, not Truth or Dare.
I mean...
Myths,
Truth or Dare. You want to do Truth or Dare? It's myths versus truths. I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
And then I'm the only one who knows the actual answer. But you're going to tell me what you guys think.
Let's do it.
All right. Number 1. Homes always sell better in the spring. Truth or myth?
Myth.
Myth.
But you got to tell me why.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, everybody, that's what I was talking about earlier, sellers, everybody thinks waiting for the spring is the best time. But if everybody thinks like that, you're just like a bunch of sheep going in one direction. You have to hit the market in January, February. That for me, I think, Dave, do you agree, is the best time to hit, especially February?
I just think like we've had so uncertain years for the last 3 years. I mean, people were putting properties on the market in December and getting top dollars. It's all driven by the economy, what's going on, rates. We talked about all the time. You gotta list your house when you're ready, but at the same time, there's more inventory that comes out in the spring.
It's supposed to be a simple answer.
Yeah, I think it's a myth.
So it is a myth.
It is a myth.
And sometimes the simplest answers need a bit more explanation because I'm not just going to let you say myth. But it is a myth because you're absolutely right. The beginning of the year is the best time to list your house, not spring.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But you said the same, didn't you?
Yeah.
And also the fall.
Yeah, I'm just saying
After the summer, the kids go back to school.
The market's hot, it's going to sell anyway. But anyway, go ahead.
All right, next one. You should always list your home for a higher price to leave room for negotiation. Truth or myth?
Myth.
Basically, you got to look at what's going on with the overall market trends. Nowadays, I would say don't leave a big gap to negotiate because there's not a lot of buyers out there. You want to capture the right buyer, listen to your realtor, price it properly, and get it sold if that's the motivation. If you want to test the market out and see if you can do it,
So here's the thing. You only have one chance to make a first impression. If you listed too high, you already lost the opportunity. So that's why you hire a professional and get a good realtor, because if they're going to give you a price, listen to that realtor and list with that price, because if you're worried that it's a little bit low or whatever, you may also generate a lot of attention very quickly during the first week of the listing, first week, 2 weeks of listing, and you may get multiple offers anyway.
yeah.
So and the what's the word I'm looking for? The market will dictate that.
Yeah, and then pricing it again, that it's a myth, obviously, because pricing in the past when we were in multiples, nobody priced it right. It was always below asking, and we're getting multiples. So
you're both right. It's myth, and you're absolutely right. No one should ever do it higher simply because they can negotiate. You have to go according to what the market's dictating, and of course what your realtor suggests.
Perfect. 2 for 2, baby.
Good. Truth or myth? Renovating your kitchen or bathroom guarantees a higher resale value. Truth or myth?
I'm going to say
myth on that one, because nothing's guaranteed in life, and if you decide to do your cabinets red, well, I mean,
you might not get.
You're not going to get what you like. So I'm going to go with myth.
I mean, typically it will make it more saleable. The amount to quantify is hard. So at the end of the day, you're doing a reno, do it for yourself in hopes that it'll sell your home quicker and for more money. How much exactly? It's hard to say.
So your answers are?
Myth.
And you're both wrong.
No. Here we go.
So they say this is true because a home is based around a kitchen, and also having additional bathrooms does give you the upper hand from all of your competitors. Renovating your kitchen to a modern trended standard will guarantee you that your home will be watched by more people, which should entail in a higher resale value.
But my answer was, if you decide to redo your kitchen, you do it in red, it's not for everybody. Of course,
That's
if you're going to...
not what the question was. The question wasn't if
well,
you
it's
do
a very broad question.
I think,
so if you had said modern kitchen...
So you're wrong.
No. Not.
You're not. I think you're right. We're wrong if you look at it just at that. How much is your return going to be depends on what you spend, right? So if you're going to get more than your neighbor got, and you're going to get $50,000 more, but you spend $100,000 in your kitchen.
It's subjective.
So
we'll leave that one.
But the point, no, it's true.
No, it depends on the point of view.
You're going to get more money. You're going to get more money and definitely sell it quicker.
Kitchens and bathrooms always.
Yeah.
Next, here we go. Truth or myth? You don't need a realtor. You can sell your home on your own and save money. Truth or myth?
Myth. Next question. We're not even talking about that.
So it is a myth.
Yeah, just
before we go.
Call your agent. Do it the right way.
Truth or myth? All real estate markets are the same.
Myth.
Myth.
Again.
Why?
I mean,
Because every day, every month, things are changing. And
did you say areas?
I said all real estate markets are the same.
no,
Oh no. Well, there's a general consensus on what's going on in the markets in general.
but they're not the same.
They're not the same. No. Like city centers are going to be different than rural properties, and condos are different than freeholds, and so the trends.
Myth.
Yeah.
Good, and you're right. You're absolutely right. All right. Next one. Location is the only factor that matters in real estate. Truth or myth?
Well, I mean,
Location. They always say that location's very key when you're buying property. Like, I mean, even in a subdivision, it's better to have that home on the cul-de-sac than on the main part of the street. And that's talks about location. And then location could be like also you don't want to be in a bad part of town versus an affluent part of town. So location is very subjective. Are we talking about in a specific little community or the GTA for Toronto in a whole? So yeah, it's definitely important for sure.
Myth or truth?
It's true.
Sam?
it's a very vague question. So I'm going to say yes, it's important. It's important, but it's not everything, like you said.
So you agree with Dave?
Yes.
And as Dave said, location, it is true.
Yes.
Without the location,
No, for sure.
nothing else could come together.
Exactly.
Well done, Dave. Well done. Because Sam kind of piggybacked off you, so well done.
Here we go.
All right. Next one. Truth or myth? A fresh coat of paint is all you need to sell your home quickly.
Myth. It's good. It's one of the steps, but we went over that in multiple episodes. So please follow along and watch those episodes and subscribe.
Yeah, I think it's important. Like that's the bare minimum. Like I mean, paint conceals a lot of the imperfections, and you got to paint to make it
But
look
it's not
better.
everything,
No, it's
right?
not everything.
Myth or truth?
Myth.
Myth.
Correct. Exactly. That is not. It is a myth. You can do a fresh coat of paint, but that will never guarantee you a
It's
quick
important.
sell.
It's important, but
it
it's
makes
important.
a huge difference.
It makes a huge difference,
Yeah.
but I mean,
The staging,
you'll need to do more.
and the
Yeah, you
marketing,
have to
all that
present
stuff has to.
All
has to
right,
come
we
in.
got 3 more, boys. Here we go. Truth or myth? You can't buy a home without a perfect credit score. Let's try that again.
Credit score?
Can't buy without a store. You can't buy a home without a perfect credit score.
Myth.
Myth. Yeah, you can. There's people that'll lend you money.
That's why there's A lenders, B lenders, C lenders, private lending. That's
mom and dad.
mom and dad
That
lending.
is the biggest lender. So you guys say myth or truth?
Myth.
Okay, and you're right. Of course, you guys are. Number 9 out of 10. The longer a home is on the market, the better deal you can negotiate. Truth or myth? Keep in mind, this is a trick question. Do you want me to repeat it one more time?
Yes.
Do it. Why not?
The longer a home is on the market, the better deal you can negotiate.
That's a myth too. So, like, if a listing's on the market and the vendor's not motivated, he's
Yeah.
just going to sit there, and no matter what you try to do, he's never going to come down to your price. So,
Sam,
as
before
an
you answer,
No,
think
no.
about it.
So there's.
Well, hold on a second. Let Dave finish, and then I'm going to say to you, I'm going to read it one more time and see if you disagree with Dave.
let's read it one more time.
Okay, here we go, Dave. The longer a home is on the market, the better deal you can negotiate.
Yeah, I say that's a myth. Like I said, depending, it's all on the vendor's motivation. I've got clients that are digging their heels on their price. If they don't get it, they're not selling. But there are other people that have to sell, and they may come down. So it's all subjective.
It's a very vague question. I agree with Dave, but also like if the seller is motivated, yes, you're going to be able to negotiate. But why haven't they come down on price? Like
That's why.
So
The
this
motivation's a factor.
motivation of the seller is the answer, really.
So, no, the answer is myth or truth.
Myth.
Myth.
And you both are incorrect.
There we go.
Incorrect, because it says here, the longer a home is on the market, the better the deal you can negotiate. If a seller sees that a home is on the market, let's say 60 to 90 days, they're going to go in with a lot more aggression, a lot more firepower, and this almost push to get what they
And
want.
you know what
now.
the sellers are going to do?
You don't know.
I can't do that on camera.
You don't know. You don't know. You don't
They're
know.
gonna wind up.
Well, what about if now they're in a position where they
Yeah.
just gotta sell?
But
Well,
why
that's-
wouldn't you
that's-
come down in price?
Well, that's the motivation. That's again, we
There's a
all
little bit of a price drop in the eyes of a realtor. We're giving it to you from a realtor's perspective. You got to come. Why, if you really got to sell, why aren't you coming down on price? The market has spoken.
Okay,
Your
well,
price, kumba.
the producer's spoken, and you guys, unfortunately, you're wrong. Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Oh,
Next
Number
one.
10. Probably one of the easiest, but again, could be the hardest. Actually, you know what? And then I got a bonus one for you
Let's do
afterwards.
it.
All right. Truth or myth? Home inspectors are only necessary for older homes or in the suburbs.
Myth.
Myth, yeah. Home inspectors can provide a wealth of information, whether it's a brand new home or an old home, and if a good home inspector will educate you on all the systems and things that affect the house going forward as an owner.
Yes.
So I think it's going to be beneficial for either one.
Especially as a first-time buyer.
And when you get specialty inspectors that do like moisture readings and do infrared cameras, that could affect older homes or new homes. Like so I think it's a totally myth.
Yeah, I think inspectors, even just like first-time buyers going in not knowing how a furnace works, how
It's an educational process.
It's an educational, yeah.
So, truth or myth?
Myth.
Myth.
You're absolutely correct. A home inspector is used for a home that's 1 day old or another home that's 100 years old. A home inspector is always necessary.
And keep in mind, just because you're buying a new home
Doesn't mean it's
doesn't mean
perfect.
it's better than the house
That's right.
that's built in 1950.
You
Yeah.
should still
So-
always get a home. Are you allowed to bring in a home inspector before you buy it from a builder?
Well,
It's under warranty, right?
Well, with new homes, you got the Terrion warranty, and then you got a pre home. You got an inspection before you occupy. So you go through the house and you see all the deficiencies.
But
so that goes
could you bring a home inspector?
Yeah, can you
You
bring
could.
your
That
own
wouldn't be
home
a-
inspector?
yeah, why not?
I don't see why you couldn't.
I don't see what. Yeah.
Yeah,
So to do the final inspection, do you have to use their inspector?
I think it's more cosmetics. You just walk around and you see what's deficient, and you just note it, and then you have time to fix it.
So when I bought my house in Florida,
Yeah.
they actually got their site manager.
Yeah, that's what they usually do.
So it's not an inspector. It's more so like if you have any issues,
Like
you
a
tell him,
foreman.
and then he'll tell his tradesman.
Yeah, and they just highlight the areas, and
Is
they
that
gotta.
what happens here?
That happens here. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have.
So good. Now we got a bonus question before we wrap up
Let's
this
do it.
episode. Ready? Who would win in a boxing match? Mike Tyson in his prime or Muhammad Ali in his prime? Go, Dave.
I have no idea. I don't know. That's a tough one for real. I don't know how this relates to real estate. Like it doesn't.
This
Okay,
is,
doesn't.
this is your producer
But
having
that's
All right.
That would
Tyson.
be-
Tyson was a nut.
but
I
so was
think.
Muhammad Ali.
Nah, but I think Tyson would have. I think.
I don't know, man. You ever see Muhammad Ali hit some people? I think that would have been the craziest boxing match in history.
fun. They say George Foreman in his prime.
Oh,
would have
Foreman,
been good
yeah.
because he used to hit like a
Yeah,
truck.
yeah.
So, but Muhammad Ali was like one of those. Could Mike Tyson
But hold on a
physically
second.
hit him for how fast he was?
Wasn't George Foreman the only guy Mike Tyson couldn't beat?
No,
He
George
didn't-
Foreman was
Or
past
George
his prime.
Chuvalo? Who am I thinking?
George Chuvalo got knocked down in like 15 seconds.
So
Who
am I thinking
whose
that he
ear
could
got
beat
whose ear
Tyson?
got bit off?
Oh, that was
Evander Holyfield.
And that was Tyson.
yes.
Tyson, yes.
So like, it's Tyson. Who bites
But
ears
that-
off?
but
Who
that
bites ears
wasn't-
off
but
that doesn't win the
wasn't
fight?
Tyson in his prime.
Doesn't matter. But if a guy can bite your ear off, he's gonna win.
So let me go on the record because I need answers here. This guy's
You-
talking about
you-
cannibals. I'm going for Mike Tyson every day of the week because when he hits you, it's good night, lights out. I love Muhammad Ali. He's a legend. He's a GOAT, but it's a different era, different. Like there was a reason why they called
you know
him
what this
Kid
is
Dynamite.
like saying to me? Who's better, Wayne Gretzky or Connor McDavid?
Well,
That's the
okay,
same question.
Let's put them both in their prime. Connor McDavid, in my opinion, he's physically stronger. He's mentally more aware.
Faster.
Correct.
It's just a different era.
Different.
Right?
It's like saying Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. It's a different era.
Yeah.
Different. They're both.
It's more
bigger.
comparable though. It's more comparable. I think hockey and like using this hockey and boxing is different.
Okay, so let's Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali.
I said Tyson.
Okay, Tyson,
I'm going Muhammad Ali.
Ali.
Yeah,
okay.
buddy.
In the comments down below, they should let us know.
Yes. Let me know what you guys think.
But now, before we all get knocked out, where can they find us, guys, if they want to know more?
I'm David Vita, and you can find me at C21 Fine Living Realty, and my co-host.
Sam Genova Real Estate. See you
that's
on the next one.
We've now done 3 episodes, and Dave's rocked 3 polos.
Yes. So he must
I'm going back to the original one after this.
So
bring it in
for
old
anyone
school.
that's waiting,
Yes.
the fourth will come.
So
No,
there must have
no.
been a sale. 4 for the
No,
price
no,
of one.
I'm putting the original one back on, the one that I started with.
Nice.
And
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Must be a
Thanks.
good sale in Florida, huh?
yep.
On the next one.